What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. This is Lance, co-founder BH Capital Enterprises, also team leader of the Abacus Group. My team is Team Mamba. Wanted to talk to you guys about my cannabis offering called the Greenhouse. Greenhouse has been going strong and steady for almost 2 years now. Started it back in January 2018. And it's a subscription-based platform, covers many different areas of the cannabis industry. So I keep subscribers informed about legislation, industry news, and other events or happenings. We break down companies, many different publicly traded companies in the industry. Excuse me. I also talk about private companies, and then companies that are on the verge of going public, or companies that I believe have the potential to go public. So lots of great things and subjects to cover. And I also send out stock alerts. And probably the coolest thing, or what I probably enjoy the most, is the cannabis options alerts that I send out about every week or so. And I want to, I guess, kind of pat myself on the back a little bit, because I've gotten better with those particular alerts over time. I started out with pretty much giving people bullish or bearish alerts on those, based on news, based on charts, and things like that. But now I've gotten to a point where the alerts are pretty impartial. So what I mean by that is I offer scenarios for upside potential and downside potential. So that makes it easier to follow the alerts. It gives a little bit more guidance on potential entries. Sometimes I may provide exits, but for the most part, I let people know when to consider getting into a call or put, or when to leave it alone. But the way that I structure the alerts is very, very simple, easy to follow, as long as you know how to trade options. So, for example, I might say, let's say Aurora, for example. I might say, Aurora, you may consider puts if it falls below $3. Calls if it rises above, $3.90. I'm not sure where Aurora is trading today, but last time I looked, it was in the $3 range, high $3 range. So that is definitely not a recommendation to purchase or purchase calls or puts. That's just a hypothetical example that I just threw out there. And it's definitely not one of my latest alerts in the greenhouse. But so that's kind of how the alerts are structured. So anybody that's subscribed can look at those alerts and say, okay, so what I'm looking for is Aurora to hit $3, or for Aurora to hit, $3.90. If it hits $3.90, and rises above that, I know to consider calls. And if it falls to $3 and goes below, I know to consider puts. But anything in between that range, it's probably best that I stay away from it. So, excuse me. So I've really come a long way as to how I structure the alerts. And it's worked out very, very well with those. And I don't put them out, as day trades. So any subscriber should know that for those cannabis alerts, they're meant for swing trading only. Now, as far as when you get in, or when you get out of a position, that's up to you. So I've had some people that I'll put an alert up, they'll jump in and out in the same day, and that's totally okay. But pretty much the time horizon that I intend for the trades are multiple days to maybe even longer. So I might put up an alert on Sunday evening, and it may not even trigger until Wednesday, or maybe later than that. So, and sometimes I have alerts that I've put up 2 weeks ago that still haven't come to fruition. So they're still trading in that range where I say to kind of avoid that particular position until it reaches those price levels that I indicate in the alerts. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. Anybody can follow, something like that. Simply, every week, check the channel, go into your whatever platform you use to trade, set your price alerts, and boom. That way, you don't have to uh, go back and forth between the Discord app and your trading app to try to remember what was said. And I know Thinkorswim personally or specifically allows you to put notes into your alerts. So what I do is when I send out the alerts, I go into Thinkorswim because that's where I do my trading. I go into Thinkorswim, set my alerts, and then I copy and paste the notes from the alerts into the note section of the Thinkorswim alert. So that way, when the alert triggers in Thinkorswim, I don't have to go to Discord to see to read again what was said about that particular price level because my notes are right there in the app. So I thought that was pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. And I think it works out better rather than saying, hey, canopy growth is bullish or canopy growth is bearish. It's very it's not very specific. It's not really specific enough, in my opinion. So that's why I've always looked for ways to get better with those. And so the whole price alerts thing is working out very well so far, and being impartial. Um, what else can I say? I'm pretty excited. I ordered a book that is going to pretty much covers the entire cannabis industry. I'm not sure if it does international or just North America, but who would have thought that I'd be buying college type textbooks, or at least spending college textbook money on books years after I've graduated college? But you know, here I am doing it. And in order for you to be better, you have to continually learn and study whatever the craft you're trying to master. So I'm just waiting on that to come. I'm pretty excited to read it. Uh, Pretty excited to share more and more information with subscribers. If you are interested in subscribing to the Greenhouse, um, my website is www.bhcapitalenterprises.com. You'll see tabs across the top. Just click the Greenhouse and you can read all about it, about the different offerings. There are different tiers as well. Um, so, from beginner to more advanced, the only way that you can get the advanced level stuff, which is the options alerts and the regular alerts, is to subscribe to the Loud Pack, which is the advanced tier. So if you don't know how to trade options, don't understand options, there's really no point in subscribing to that tier. Um, and, for people that tend to ask about that because they see other people making money off those cannabis alerts, they automatically want to get into that advanced level. And I'm not one to, it's not all about the money for me. My integrity is very important. So if I feel like you're not the best fit, or that particular tier is not the best fit for you, I tend to recommend a lower tier. Um, like I said, my website, www.bhcapitalenterprises.com. Click on the Greenhouse and you can read all about what I offer for that particular area of my business. if you have any questions, you can find me on Facebook, BH Capital Enterprises LLC. Instagram is at BH Capital ENT LLC. DM me, comment on a picture, whatever. I try to be very responsive to any questions or concerns or other inquiries when it comes to the markets or the services that I offer. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Y'all have a good day.